Today I'm back with another Walking Dead Season 5 video. And today I'm going to talk about, will we see Negan in the Walking Dead TV series? Now, at different conventions, and also conventions like Comic-Con, Robert Kirkman was there, and he always say at these conventions when fans ask him about Negan, he says that he's not ready to put Negan in a TV series yet. But I think it's a strong possibility that we might see Negan in season 5, because if you think about it, the Negan story arc is almost over. We have 2 more issues left of the Negan story arc. And his story arc is pretty much called a all out war. If I said it correctly. Yeah. All Out War, and it had 12 issues of this confrontation of Rick versus Negan. Like I say, we have 2 more issues left of the Negan story arc, and after that issue, we pretty much move into a new story arc. So it's possible that we can see Negan in season 5, because like I say, matter of fact, in this month, April, we have 2 more issues left of the Negan story arc. And after this month is over, Negan story arc is completely done. So after that, we have May, we have June, we have July. Now we're going. Well, in July we are going to get a Comic Con. Well, yeah, a San Diego Comic Con trailer for season 5, but I don't think we're going to see him in that trailer. But like I say, we have May, June, July, August, September, and the Walking Dead come back in October. So yeah, the Negan story arc by that time will be done for months. So I think that we can possibly see him at the beginning, well, at the end of season 5. That's just my prediction and speculations. I think that we might see a glimpse of Negan probably in the final episodes of season 5. We might, and they might leave off on a cliffhanger with Negan, so they can properly introduce Negan into the Walking Dead season 6 TV series. Well, into season 6 of the Walking Dead TV series. So yeah, I think it's possible we will see Negan in season 5, but I don't think that we really going to see him like in action. Like I say, at the least we can see him probably in the final episode of season 5, and pretty much leave season 5 on a cliffhanger of us seeing Negan, and probably seeing him with his favorite bat in his hand. Also, he named his bat Lucille. So we might see him. And like I say, they might roll that cliffhanger of Negan that we see at the end of season 5. They might roll that on to season 6 and pretty much introduce Negan into the series, TV series. Also, you got to remember that the reason why I think we won't see him in the early episodes of season 5, because season 5 still has a lot of story to cover. We got the Beth storyline that's still going on, and Sky Gimple did confirm that we will see Beth again in her whereabouts and where she is at. Also, we have the cannibal storyline going on. We have the tournament storyline going on with Rick versus Garrett and his people. Also, we have the Tyrese, we have the Tyrese, and we have the Carol stuff that's going on too. So I see the writers adding a lot of filler to season 5 to stretch season 5 out. Also, they did say for season 5 that the characters will be heading to Washington, D.C. for season 5. So, like I say, I think the writers will throw in a lot of filler to stretch out season 5. And like I say, they do have some interesting stories heading to the Washington, D.C. area. Like I say, they still got to introduce Jesus, uh Paul, and well, I think that's both their names, Paul, Jesus. Yeah, they got to introduce him. Uh you got to introduce Heath. You got to introduce Douglas, because Douglas is in Washington D.C. Douglas is over the Alexandria safety zone. He was the leader of the Alexandria safety zone. So you got Douglas. You have a lot of characters that they have to introduce, and plus, like I said, you still have the tournament storyline going on, and I think they might take just a couple of episodes of the beginning of season 5 to wrap up the tournament's storyline with Rick versus Garrett. So I think they will take just a couple of episodes before they wrap that up. Like I say, I think they're going to stretch some of the material out. And also, who knows? They might take some of, like I say, they might take some of Beth's storyline once they show where she is at, and they might add that to some of the episodes. Like I say, to stretch it out. They might add some of the scenes of Carol and Tyrese and Judah head to the tournaments. They might add that to some episodes to stretch some of the episodes out. Anything could happen, but I definitely say we could see Negan at least at the end of season 5, and like I say, leave off at a cliffhanger of Negan, and pretty much I can see them probably introducing him to season 6. If not in the beginning of season 6, I can see them putting him probably in the second half of season 6, because also in the comic book, Rick, Michonne, Carl, and the rest of the Rick group, they did battle Negan's men first before they actually got introduced to Negan. So they might stretch out that too and have them fighting Negan's men and kind of stretch that storyline out in the TV series. And then, take a couple episodes of them, take a couple episodes of that before they actually kill Negan men, and then actually show Negan, like I say, possibly possibly in the second half of season 6, or possibly in the first half of season 6, but probably around episode 8, episode 7. I can probably see them doing that. But yeah, I think Negan, I think we will get introduced to Negan at at the latest, probably at the end of season 5. So yeah, like I say, I pretty much think I covered everything, and like I say, it's a lot of it's still a lot of storylines they have to cover for season 5. Like I said, they still heading to Washington D.C. You have to cover that stuff. Like I said, you got to cover when they meet Jesus. You got to cover Dwight. You got to cover because Dwight, he was fighting Rick and his group. You got to cover that type of stuff. And like I said, they might stretch that out. So because also they don't want the TV series catching up with the comic book. You have to remember that. So they will stretch some of these episodes out in season 5 and put filler in them, so they won't catch up with the comic books. So yeah. Then again, we might not see Negan in season 5. We might see him in season 6, probably around episode 8, or we might see Negan in a last episodes of season 6. Who knows? So this right here was my video for Negan. Hopefully we can get just a cliffhanger of him for season 5. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Have a nice day. God bless you all. Remember to subscribe, thumbs up the video, and leave your comments in the comment section down below. And peace.